Don Charles was, how can I pull it, man? Because it's difficult for me to talk about this, but I got to keep it real. So, when I first knew about Don Charles, yeah, back in the Derek Chisora days, see what I mean? Early Derek Chisora, you would see Don Charles about, and then the infamous brawl that took place in Germany between Derek Chisora and David Hay. Now, that's when I first was introduced to the trainer that is Don Charles. You know what I mean? My man had a lot of quotables and things of that nature. However, he's one of them kind of man that almost, like almost made it his whole career, like almost did it. Like you got title shots with Derek Chisora, come up short every time. Got big fights. Derek Chisora, to me, that's a journeyman. He's a man who don't really try to improve or none of that. But the English love a slugger like that. That Derek Chisora represents British boxing. That's the reality. That's what he represents, British boxing. However, Don Charles just couldn't get a break, folks. He couldn't get a break, man. He had couple, man. He had one, a light heavy who was in contention at one point. You guys know I'm not the greatest with names, but he had a light heavy, nothing happened there. He's had couple, man. Nothing's happened. You see what I'm saying? Let's just keep it real. Nothing's happened. So when Dubois went and linked him now, I'm like, yeah, man, this is a good look. Dubois is a serious prospect and can definitely go to the right places with the right training setup. So I like that setup. However, I'm just a man who I just keep things 1,000 no matter what. And when I was watching the setup, it's almost like he was treading on eggshells, man. I'm going to keep it real. It's almost like in interviews and everything that he was doing, he was trying to like, yeah, Daniel Dubois is like my son. Yeah, Daniel Dubois. You like bigging him up though, like I like it, bigging him up, but really going out for this guy. Like even when Spencer Fearon came online and created a massive internet frenzy when he said that them man were practicing the dark arts, dark magic.
Yes.
George, when Spencer did that, Don Charles stood by them, man. He didn't need to say nothing because you're the trainer, you get paid, but he stood by these brothers, man. And I'm gonna keep it real, man. Them brothers there, the dad. I can't really say nothing about Dubois because people, I don't want to go back into that again because it can come across like, you're trying to attack a man, but Dubois didn't make that decision. He's just a man who gets in the ring and fights, no disrespect, but he's the Bucky Barnes of the whole thing. Yeah, he's the Bucky Barnes, like they say the words and he breaks out of the plastic container or the glass container and he goes to kill. That's what Daniel Dubois does. However, the dad is moving mad. How he dealt with Don Charles, how he's just fired him like that to me says everything you need to know, man. And the facts are, yeah, what did they expect Dubois to do? The facts are this year. I'm going to give Don Charles his flowers, And people, I'm not just saying this because Don Charles came on the platform. I'm going to give him his flowers. A, he brought the brother back from being called a quitter. In British boxing, when you are labeled a quitter, it's very difficult to turn that around. Don Charles brought him back from that. B, he put him in a fight with Big Baby Miller, who is quite an aggressive opponent. All he does is come forward, a lot of trash talk, etc., etc. However, he beat him. Not only did he beat him, he stopped him. Then he fights Filip Hrgovic, a guy who everyone said was going to be that guy. His name was mixed with all the top guys. He went in, he beat my man. Beat him, made it look easy. Beat him, took a lot of right hands, but he done it quite easily. Boom, he goes into the AJ thing. Remember, all the British press, all the YouTubers, everybody said, yo, AJ is a killer. Yo, did you see what he did? Yo, you see what he did to Ngannou? Yo, you see what he did? Your man was a killer. AJ 2.0. It was we were one of the few channels that were saying, people, if that's what you're saying that he's going to win based off of, we were the one telling you that Fury's a fat, slobby operator. We were the ones telling you that Ngannou is not a boxer, and even an area level man will take him out of there. No one wanted to listen. They were following talks, but this, that, no problem. AJ went in there, did what he did, got all the accolades, they bigged him up. I said, yo, that means nothing. You beat an amateur. Dubois went in there, done what he done with AJ. Who is that because of? Don Charles. But in public, Don Charles was disrespected. A man bonked him in public. How he was dealt with every time he was asked to give him praise, or every time there was an opportunity to give him praise, he didn't do it. And this is what I don't like about the boxing game. I've lost a lot of respect for the Daniel Dubois team. The dad, don't get it twisted, I'm the first to put up a defense for a black father, but that father right there, what you did right there was wrong. Noble, come through.
Yep, you hit the nail on the head. And it's clear that the father is the brains, quote unquote, of the operation and all that, and it was led in that respect to get rid of him. I think it was a knee-jerk reaction, person. I don't know. Obviously, I can only comment on after the fact. I'm not with them, them. I don't know what's going on personally or whatever. But to me, it sounds like, look, you took us as far as you can. See you later, lad. We need to get from who, insert the new name that they're going to put forth and bring up as the trainer. I'll look at it from it's always unbiased, from a neutral standpoint. It's wrong. I definitely think it's wrong, but we've got to look at, as a father/manager, as the talent in Dubois, you've got to do what makes sense and what you think is going to propel you to the next stage. And if they think getting rid of Don Charles is the right thing, then only time will reveal if indeed he can get himself up, if Usyk's still there and whatever, if he can go for the part tree and turn it around. We don't know. But from what I can see, the optics, it's not a good look. It might, again, a knee-jerk reaction to a loss.
Yeah, that's exactly what it was, because, I laid it out. My man had big wins. Like, you can't sack a man for losing to Usyk. Like, that's crazy. Like, that's absolutely crazy. Like, my man, I said it after the fight. Dubois don't beat Usyk. He just don't beat him. Like, it just doesn't work. What Usyk proved is that all of that stuff with the body shot and all of that wasn't a fact. It wasn't factual. You see what I mean? And
elaborate.
So what I mean by that is, remember, they were saying, yo, my man, he can't take the body shot, this and that.
Okay.
They're training for the body shot. My man came back and he adapted. You didn't hurt him at all. So that's that. And the facts of the matter is, like, there's killers coming up in the division. Like, Dubois, you can't be babied, bro. You can't be. You won a vacant title, but for me, the brother's been disrespected, man. I'm going to keep it real. He was disrespected throughout the majority of that job. I'm going to keep it real. I said it to EJ Boxing. I said, yo, that man dissed him. That man dissed Don Charles, and, they didn't think twice about sacking him. And for me, it's just crazy. It's just crazy.